Hello friends, how are you? In this tutorial I am going to show you what is constructor. And constructor is initialize an object when it is created. It has the same name as the class and its syntax is similar to method. However, constructor have no return type. Typically you will use the constructor to initialize the values to the instance variables created by the class or to perform any other startup procedure. So let's start how we can create an object, how initialize and use the constructor in Java. In the previous tutorial I am using the IDE NetBeans. So now let's start. And IDE is a NetBeans is a simple IDE, easy to use. You can easily use it. Just create a new project. Category is Java and the project name is Java application. Write the project name. I'm using my project name is car because car has so many attributes like name, number, color, etc. So my project class name and my project name is test. Now let's start. This is my main class. Now I am going to show you how we add a new class in the Java. So just open your project. You see here is the project. In my project test there is a folder of source package. In the source package there is the package. My package name is test. You see in the class, and there this is test is my main class. To add a new class in the project, just right click on the package and add a new class. You see, and just write the class name. I am using my class name as I tell before, car, because car have so many attributes: car name, car color, car number, etc. So just finish. Now let's start. This is my class. In the all the classes have constructors whether you define or not, because Java automatically provide a default constructor to initialize all the members to the zero values. So however you define your own constructor, the default constructor is no longer used. I'm just using here. You see, I'm going to main class, and here I am creating an object, car object. This is my car object, and this is car is our default constructor. You see, this is default constructor. Now my object is successfully created. As you see, this is the constructor is used to initialize the instance values to the instance of the class. So if we make a parameterized constructor, it will initialize the values that pass from the main class to that class. So now I am creating an parameterized constructor that is a string, and I pass two parameters: string name is the car name, and the int there is car number. You see here this. Now I am creating the instance variables in the class whose the parameterized constructor assign the value to this. And now you see, when I made a parameterized constructor, here is the error. You see there is no constructor to initialize this value. Now I am creating a new constructor as zero constructor or default constructor. As I tell you before, when we created our own constructor, the default constructor is no longer used. So now when you see there is no error. Now I am creating the instance variables in the class that is private, and my must is string. This is a string, and now I am named the instance variables, and you see in the constructor name same. This is because I am going to show you something how can we use this and what problem we have and how we get rid on this. Now you see, now this is an error. You see this says that sign to itself. You see sign, but I have this name and the instance global variable and the local variable, but it says this is the initialize or assign to itself. Now I am using this keyword in Java, which is used to refers to the object of the currently in which the instance method or constructor is created. Using this you can refer the members of the constructor, variables or methods. The keyword this is used only with an instance methods or constructor. Now you see this is referred to the instance variables of this class. This is why I am going to keep the same name. So now this dot now I'm using the number is equal to number. This number is referred to the main global variables, and now I am creating a new object 2 and initialize with the constructor of parameterized constructor. I pass two parameters to that, and that is first parameter is string and the other is number. Now this is string, so it must be in inverted commas. You see I am placing the inverted commas to that. This pass to the constructor now, and this is the number. Now I have two objects in that class. First one is object of the default constructor, and second one the object is the parameterized constructor. Now you see I'm creating and initialize the values in the default constructor with some parameters like I am correcting even the Prado, and the number I am going some number like 1 2 3 4, and now in the default constructor I pass some I assign some values, and in the parameterized constructor I got the values from the constructor that pass from the main method. Now I am adding and method that is print that shows these values. Now the system.out.print line, and now I am writing the car name. Now the name and concatenate with the variable name, instance variable name. And now I copy all of this code and paste it here. Now paste it, and I write the car number and concatenate with the instance variable number. You see here the number. Now in the main class, we are going in the main class and just call these methods and see what happens. The object is my default construct made by the default constructor, and the object 2 is initialized by the parameterized constructor, and I pass two parameters sorry, and that is the number. Now I am calling the method print by these objects, object.print and object.print method. The dot operator is used to access the method of that class by this object. Now see, now I am writing the object2.print. You see it predict all the methods in that here. Now I am going to run this. It's working, and this is constructor I am telling you. This is simple code, just now run it. Now it's running. You see, this is Prado and the car number. This is displayed by the object default constructor object, and here is the parameterized constructor. Now this is a simple tutorial. I am showing what is constructor and how we use the constructor, and in the other tutorials I am going to show you how can pass a constructor as argument and how we can return an object from a method. So subscribe my channel to get more details. Any query, any question, please comment, like my video. Must subscribe my channel and refer to your friends if you like it. So, and like my page, the link is given in the description. Then so goodbye, take care of yourself.